If a man couldn't please me sexually, could I deal with it? And I say absolutely.
What's happening, guys? Thank y'all for tapping in. Welcome back to the channel. Please get the likes up. Be sure to subscribe. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Salute to the free crowd, free of heartache, heartbreak, and heart manipulation.
If a man couldn't please me sexually, could I deal with it? And I say absolutely. I could deal with it, because things like that, you have to teach people. Everything is not gonna fit everybody. What somebody did with their last partner may not work with you. So you have to talk through that. And I wouldn't want to throw a good man away because of something so small to me. Now, if it became to something that he just isn't getting, to me, it's like, what's more important, for you to be bussing all the time, or to have a person that makes you bust all the time, but they disrespect you and treats you like shit? But over here, this person might not make you bust all the time, or be as freaky as you like, but treats you like a queen and is a good person or a good man. You have to weigh that stuff and see what's more important.
What does the modern day woman mean when she say that sex is not important? What does the modern day woman mean when she says that sex is not important? Let me tell you something, guys. This is just another example of a woman speaking in a deceptive manner. Now, what she's saying is very much the truth, but it's deceptive. Yes, a woman will be with you if you're somewhat pleasing in bed. If you're somewhat pleasing, meaning that you're somebody she can work with. She can teach you little tricks. She can walk you through. Basically, you're mediocre at best, meaning your best performance gives her minimum satisfaction. And with that being said, guys, even though you're mediocre, you can't be displeasing in bed. You can be mediocre, but you can't be displeasing, because this automatically disqualifies you, and she's going to leave you quickly. Trust me, she will. If you're a man that is mediocre, you give your woman minimum satisfaction, guys, you're going to have to bow down. You're going to have to bow down. You're going to have to treat her extra good. You're going to have to put out all the stops. Put your own needs aside. Financially support her. Be up under her all the time. Give her all the attention she can stand. And at the same time, you better be able to get lost when she wants you to get lost, and when she don't want to be bothered. She's going to control the relationship, obviously, because if you are mediocre, and that means she's not going to want to have sex with you that much. And we all know, whoever wants to have sex the less in a relationship controls the relationship. Whoever wants to have sex the less controls the relationship. You're not going to be the head of household, although you may think you're the head of household, but she's really the head of household, because you're not that good in bed, so she don't want to have sex. So yes, she can hold out on sex with you anytime she want to, and she'll get what she want, because she'll use that as a bargaining chip, guys. You'll think you're the head of household, but you really won't. And she's not going to be all the way freaky with you. She's not going to be all the way freaky with you. But let me tell you what's really going to happen. Now, she's going to fall in love with your efforts. She's going to fall in love with your efforts and not you. She's going to love what you're doing for her. She's going to love the attention when she wants it. She loves the time when she wants it. Your money, your deeds, your services, your financial support in return. And this is what she's going to give you in return. She's just gonna dress up and look pretty, which is what she want to do anyway, guys. And to be honest, a lot of you guys will accept this. A lot of y'all are going to accept this because you think because she's so beautiful, and she thinks because she's so beautiful, she can be mediocre in other areas of her life. Meaning, all she has to do is be pretty and not be able to cook, not be able to clean, not be able to bring feminine energy into the house, not be willing to listen when it's time to listen, not be willing to step aside and let you handle the decisions, the major decisions that need to be made. She's lacking in those areas because she talks too much. She doesn't bring that much feminine energy into the household, although she is a beautiful woman. And she doesn't cook and clean. And cooking and cleaning is just not so much. I say this so much, guys. It's not all about the act itself, literally cooking and cleaning. It's also about bringing that energy when she's in that house, making it a home for you. This is what brings the feminine energy into the house. When she's sitting there at that computer and she's on the phone arguing with clients, going back and forth, guys, that is masculine energy. It's gonna feel like it's masculine energy, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna automatically go to a place of submission when you see your woman doing those type of things outside of the home, guys. And that's what cooking and cleaning or nurturing. When somebody is sick, she's nurturing them back to health. She's cooking, she's making soup. She's doing those things that grandmama used to do. That made you feel like coming to grandma's house. When you got your first little summer job, you put in 3 or 4 hours, and you swore to God you made a full day's work, but you came to grandma's house and there was some food on the stove. Grandmama went on here and fixed your plate. You felt like you was a working man. That's what it feels like when a woman does those type of things, guys. Now, she'll work, yes, and it's okay if she works. But most of the time, when women work, the money is mostly for them and what they want. It's mostly for them and what they want, guys. And also, women are fantasy driven. They're fantasy driven, meaning that she's gonna, if you can't perform to the optimum, to the maximum of her standards, guys, she's gonna fantasize about a man who will give her maximum pleasure. And eventually, whether with you or without you, she's going to find her a side dude, whether she stay with you or she find a side dude and she leaves you, especially if she have to work and take care of the kids, because then you're not sexually pleasing and she have to work and pay bills too. So she's automatically thinks that, man, I can do better than this dude. I can do better. He's not pleasing in bed. He doesn't meet my fantasies. Why am I staying? Only thing he's providing me with is finances. And I probably could do that on my own. If I get 2 jobs, I can do it on my own. If I finish school, I can do it on my own. Guys, these are the thoughts women have. These are the thoughts they have while you're sleeping and they sitting there with their eyes wide open staring at the ceiling fan. When they sitting alone, guys, these are the thoughts that they're having, guys. And then you have to deal with submission. And let me tell you about submission. A woman will never completely submit to you, guys, if you're not sexually pleasing to the maximum. Now, let me tell you something. I should have said this before. Like, if you are not, if you're okay in bed, then you better be able to stimulate her mentally. And I mean really stimulate her mentally. And I mean, what I mean by stimulate her mentally, she has to see you as a man that she's never met before intellectually. And you give off the emotional energy. The masculine energy turns into her emotional pacifier. But you better be able to stimulate her in those two ways. And even with that, guys, it's only going to get you so far. It's only going to get you so far. Because she's still going to desire that sexual pleasure. And I know some of you guys are not blessed in certain areas. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you have to be, and don't never get it twisted either, guys. Don't think you can come in and be, you can do everything in a positive way. You can say the right things that's going to make a woman acquiesce to you, and it's going to give a woman a feeling of submission. Because from a man, positive actions does not always result in a positive feeling from a woman. It'll spark a positive thought, but not necessarily a positive feeling. That's why some men can treat women like shit and they love them more. They cannot call them at all, and a woman constantly calls them over and over. And as soon as the man start calling her more, she stops calling him more. That's the perfect example of a man that can give a negative action and get a positive feeling. So you have to remember those things. So it's about a bunch of pushing and pulling. But you better, like I said, you better be able to satisfy her mentally. If you're not that great in bed, because I can guarantee you, she's not going to stay, guys. She's not going to stay. And that is the ultimate way of satisfying, or that's the ultimate way of submission. But guys, sex is not, sex alone is not going to make a woman submit. It's like you can check off a lot of or most of the boxes, and sex will be the nail in the coffin. That's a better way to understand it. You can check off most of the boxes, and if you're missing some boxes, if you're good in bed, then sex is the nail in the coffin. Especially if it's great sex to her. Can a woman love you if you're mediocre? Yes, she will love you, guys. Yes, she can fall in love. And sometimes she will stay. But she's going to get sex from somebody else. You just need to remember that. And that's just the way it is, guys. Salute to the free crowd. Salute. Guys, make sure you hit that like button before you get up out of here. Be sure to subscribe. And until next time, I'm out.